Macabre is actually something I've been writing for a long time. Actually, I started when I lived in Washington, D.C., back in, I was in a band in the punk scene back there in the 80s, in, '86, when I started writing him, and I would just write this character and give the stories to my band members. And I've just been doing it for years, started doing comics, and it's just been snowballing ever since. And now, because what's weird about this is the novels and the comic books are the same continuity. So you can read the comics and the novels, and they feed back and forth with each other. So I'm trying to keep this whole universe going, and then hopefully we'll try to go to a movie at some point too. Mike Rich, we're working on that now. The real story with Cal is he doesn't have any superpowers. He's an ordinary guy, but ever since he was a little kid, if there's a body in the woods, he's gonna find it. And he just sort of grew this natural curiosity for crime and the macabre and discovered this world of monsters around us. And he tried being a cop, and his drug habits sort of, as he put it, he failed the drug test with flying colors. And so he decided to become a private detective. And now he winds up doing a lot of free work, hunting, monsters, for people, keeping LA clean, and that's sort of, but it's sort of that old, Philip Marlowe, riff of the, sometimes you get paid, sometimes he doesn't, and it's just, it's fun stuff. Volume 1 is about an old comic story coming back to haunt him. There was an old comic I did, his very first comic, called Big Head. And it was about this giant head that he wound up, it was kind of silly story. And he wound up killing it, and it splattered and went down. Savage Membrane is about that coming back to haunt him, because he didn't make sure that this thing was dead. And in Savage Membrane, it comes back in a completely different way, and that are able to basically control everybody in the city's minds. And and he's the only one who knows how to deal with it. And because he has such a polluted system, he's able to battle this thing because it doesn't want to mess with his mind because it's so polluted. The miniseries that is out right now is called My Demon Baby, and it's about Cal rescues basically, if you imagine the end of Rosemary's Baby, where the cult members all have, he steals the baby because he's determined, he thinks, and I think he's right, if the baby isn't raised as the son of Satan, it won't be the son of Satan, and it's a little girl. So he's rescuing him from the church and the cultists and gets her to a normal family. So she can be raised in a normal situation and hopefully not bring on Armageddon. He's a tough character because, he's an update of sort of the old Raymond Chandler or Dashiell Hammett, the detective character, which was, they were the alcoholics. He's a recovering junkie, to upgrade. And he dresses like, he doesn't wear, show me one person outside a comic convention wearing a fedora, and so he's just a guy, he's a detective. But it's that drug thing. The studios keep thinking I want to make Cheech and Chong, and I'm like, no, it's a bad thing. It's, he has a really horrible life, and he's trying to change. So, I got Mike on my side, Mike Richardson, and we're gonna go in the studios and see if we can get anything done. It took 7 years to get 30 Days a Night done, so I'm sort of trying to get my energy up to start again.